Hello, everybody, and welcome to Thor Thursday. My name is Fonnie D, and we will channel the cards. I've already channeled them. I do my midnight meditation. I clear my mind, and I just let them flow. How the cards come out, that is the way they need to be read. So it's been a while, folks. I know it's been quite a while, it seems like. You remember how we're all going through the dark night of the soul. Everybody's like, that's a bad way to look at it. But really, it's a good way to look at it because just because dark is what people put like all different kinds of explanations on how they get dark. Dark night of the soul is our dark night. It's going through past problems and hurts that I'm still hanging on to. If that's you, which is probably most of us, this might be something you might want to listen to. This is what I'm supposed to say. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, maybe I don't have much to say, but then you get on here and you've got a million things to say. But I hope everything is going good in everybody's life right now. I I've tried to do, I have not really touched my cards until the other day for a while because I was told to mellow out, observe, and I have my own issues of things going on in my little magical world. So we are going to take a look and see what these cards brought to us. Because when they start coming out, I'm like, you gotta be kidding, seriously. And I know we all need it. So this is what's going to happen today. Today is 4/9 of 2026, which is a 23, which is a 5. And we all know change, 5, change. And we see things going on all over the place that they're changing so fast. I mean, one day there's all kinds of stuff, and the next day it's flipped over and they're gone. We are going to see a lot of closures, a lot of things that we grew up with, and all of a sudden it's gone. It's bankrupt. It's no more. We need to look at how are we going to adapt to this, and how we are adapting to it. Because I know I'm not the only one that is going through these, like, not just ripples, like really rocky, really just wavy, and you can't, it's like you can't calm it down. In my world, it's like just one thing after another. It's like meditate, and then you get all this energy because people are going through so much. And sometimes an energy magnet like me, when I pick up energy, sometimes it's not that good. So anyway, I know everybody's been having a really hard time. I see it out there, I hear it out there, but when something says observe, ground yourself, and just be, you need to. And that's kind of where I was because I was in and out, up and down, gone here, and I can't even explain it any more than that. And I'm sure you guys have those type of days. So, we are wiser, and I love this saying. I've held it out. It's the intuitive whisper oracle. And you are wiser and more brilliant than you know. Be still, take a breath, and listen. Your intuitive whispers are guiding you. Yeah, they're guiding all of us. We just don't listen to it all the time. I have seen good things coming out of my bad things, and I probably needed to deal with it. And I think I'm doing pretty good. I've got some more stuff like everybody else's, but you know what? I'm gonna try to go with the flow because this world with the queue going on and everything. I just heard that one of the bridges in Tampa are not going to take money anymore. They're probably going to take like tokens or some kind of. We're going to uh, digital. We're going to have digital money. There's going to be a lot of AI. We really need to adapt to this and get used to this. We're going to be. I see many, 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 many cures with natural health and natural healing. And once we get the frequency and the vibration that we need to tune into, because it's been so blocked since the 70s, we will be able to heal ourselves. We will be able to heal others. We will be able to do things that we never imagined. You know why? Because we will learn that the Christ consciousness is within us. It always has been within us. We have the Father, the Mother, and the child in us. Masculine, feminine, and inner child. You can't get any better than that. But they're all out of balance, kind of. You know, you get the masculine and feminine, and they're kind of like out of balance, and then you get the child in the midst, and they want to be a child, but the adults, the masculine and feminine are stopping. So there's like these little things that are stopping us from doing what we need to do. And these cards today are going to help guide all of us in the next few weeks. It's going to be rough. Get yourself some water, some food, take some cash out of the bank, and just be really careful because electric's been going off on and on down here in Florida. Starlink was just talked about the other day. Uh, Everything that they've talked about is going to come to fruition just about. And hopefully it is the good guys. So, we're going to start out with the, the telepathy oracle. I want you to, when you look at this, just relax and think about what the cards are telling us. The first card that we got from the Mystic Force Oracle is, what do you want? If you react negatively to the success and joy of others, it's a sign that you want more for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Expand your comfort zone. And they're dancing in the fire. They're dancing around the fire. They're ready to get out of that situation and stop reacting negatively. You still get that around you, even though you're trying, and there's always going to be negative and positive. So, we got to just see that we're never going to feel negative again, because that's not true. We just have to really observe what we're saying, think about things before we say what we want to say, because then you get, I've typed things out like, real mad. And then all of a sudden I don't even hit send. I just give it like a couple minutes, really read it and think about it, and just delete it. Because it's like you already got what you wanted to say out in the ether. So every manifestation, every ancestor, everything hears you. It's like a manifestation. It's like you don't want to keep going down the bad way. You want to dance in the fire, not crumble in the fire. So I felt that. I mean, I really felt what that was saying to me, because we have to ask ourselves, what do we want? What do you want? What do I want? I mean, sit back and really think about it. Don't answer something dumb like I want a candy bar or something. Just really think about that, because that's a question that we all ask ourselves all the time. I like when it says, do what you love and love what you do. I always feel that we should do that. I think we're going into the vibrational energy frequency, uh, digital AI, computer, beautiful world. Um, we're going to be scared. People are going to be scared. It is what it is. And there is like going to be a period where we're just kind of remembering, but it's kind of like, ooh, what do I do now? But if you listen to your heart space, you'll get all the answers you need. Trust your feelings. You are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. We all need this. We all need this card. We really do. We all need this card because we so let someone else dictate to us if we're living with somebody or we're in school or we're living with our parents or our husband and wife or whatever. There is times where we have let someone dictate to us and we've went along with it just because. But now is not the time to do that. We are going into a whole different world, and it's going to be your story, not his, hers, theirs. And it's your story. So there's no sense of asking somebody, well, should I do this or should I do this? You know what I do? I think about it within and I come up with my own philosophy about it. It's kind of like a game you play. And then you ask someone what they think. And you look at you know, both analogies of it. And you might find a different answer. She's looking. I mean, she wants she wants it, but you can see she's not turned all the way. She's like, to me, it's like I see the light. I see this that I could be doing over here. But what about back here? What did I just come out of? It looks beautiful back in here too. What did I just come out of? In what direction am I taking myself? That's what we have to ask too. What do you want? And trust your feelings. If you're not trusting your feelings, then whose feelings are you going to trust? Now, we also got that was the Mystic Forest Oracle, and this is the Telepathy Oracle. And I thought what was interesting about the trust feelings and what we just talked about, we got boundary. Boundary, having sensible boundaries is important. Trust. We need to ask this question to ourselves. And we need to trust our feelings because that is exactly what it's taking. It's like, and I'm feeling it too because I'm a Leo fire sign and I'm feeling the fire. As she's asking, I'm going to dance over here in the fire. And what else should I do? What else should I know? I need the knowledge that is coming out that wants the knowledge. It's got the fire. And then it's telling you as you're dancing in the fire, thinking, it's telling you to take a moment and just be and just listen to the feelings and how you feel about it. Because you'll know your boundaries. We have to have sensible boundaries at this point. And we do have, after the boundaries, and it is, boundaries should be the enlightenment. The enlightenment. With enlightenment, there is no separation. We realize that we are one with the divine. Yeah. So it doesn't matter, everything that is supposed to be there and pushing you. If you listen from within and you ask the creator to go on this journey with you and help you see what you need to see, your creator will be there the whole time. And you can listen. And you know what? We'll be happy. Embrace your loving connection and be happy. See, that is the most people don't understand it. It kind of reminds me of the tree of life. People don't understand that we are coming out of a world that's been based on dancing in the fire. The question mark, what? Have we trusted our feelings? No, not always, but we need to now. We definitely need to now. And we will know. Common sense, it's telling me that this is a beautiful feeling that I'm getting, and it's from a beautiful source, or it is not a good feeling. Either way, you've got to trust your feelings. And the boundaries will be there still because you have to have your boundaries. Once you have all that and you have the Christ consciousness within and you're connecting and you're asking him or her, you're asking them to go on your journey with you. They will, because that's what I did. And I'll share a little bit with you, but my world right now is kind of crazy. So yeah, we got to embrace your loving connection and be happy. You know who can make us happy the most? Us. We make ourselves happy the most by picking the right decisions, making the right decisions, and knowing that. So I'm going to share something little with you. I've been doing a lot of manifesting, meditating, and things. Not as much as I'd like to because my world's been kind of chaotic, but you got to have those days down where you do. So it's been almost, I think, 2 months since I asked my creator to get me in shape. I need to be healthier. Something's telling me I am going to need to be healthier than I was. So I asked the creator, I said, "Do you want to go on a journey?" And I felt that little cosmic flutter. And I said, "Help me get in shape, help me lose weight, help me do what I need to do." Well, Fonny D started, and Fonny D lost like 50 pounds in a month and a half. And I didn't do any drastic, crazy exercises because I just didn't. I do more meditating and stretching and like a Tai Chi than I do anything. But I just had it in me and I felt good because my creator, my source, was going to help me and we were going to do it together. And I guess that's what I did. So I feel a lot healthier. I feel a lot better. I still have some things, some issues and things like that, but I feel great. I feel actually pretty good. And it's time for all of us to say, what do we need to change? What do we really need to change? We quit smoking 5 years ago, cold turkey. We just quit and been eating better. We're craving the foods we need to crave. A lot of stuff that we used to love is yucky, so I'm assuming it's not really good food. And you just start to realize that the creator is going to help you get your avatar in shape because your soul needs your avatar. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere if it doesn't have the avatar. So the intuitive whisper, a lot of books did not yell, but the ones that did, I had to answer because intuitive whisper oracle was really yelling. And the first one that came out with this was a 35, which is an 8th infinity, explore fullness. And the sky, the flowers, it looks like over the falls, it looks like a beautiful portal of water and just beauty and thought. What does fullness represent to you? So often in life, we are taught to thrive emptiness, whether that is being celebrated or being slim or being part of our society that needs us to feel empty so that we keep craving more to feel satisfied. Let's revel and explore the glory of fullness. It will allow you to soak up the entirety of each moment, the fullness of every emotion, and the feeling of being totally satisfied with every meal. When you allow yourself to explore fullness, you may notice that many places emptiness has appeared up until now. Let's reclaim fullness as a celebration rather than a failure. Changing this perspective can change the way you enjoy your life. Think about how rich your experiences could be. The journey to discovering fullness starts by leaning into the presence moments and all your senses over and over again. Ask yourself, what else can I experience in this moment that perhaps I haven't felt, seen, touched, heard, tasted, or smelled? Next time you're walking, look around you and notice the colors you could have missed. When you are eating, notice that other flavors you can taste that you just took for granted moments before. Next time you feel a strong emotion, lean further in, feel its fullness, the joy, the laughter, and sadness. There is a richness of life you are about to discover that you never knew was possible. Let's get full. I like that because I've been hearing a lot about Masera Jacera, and I didn't think it's going to be called that way, but it's going to be a replenishing of the money system. And we are not going to need or want things like we used to. It's going to be beautiful. We need to manifest our time in it and think about it because everything is telling us right now to do that. Explore fullness. We got a number 5, ground from the root. Escape from your overthinking mind and ground yourself in your body, right down to your roots. You are spending too much time in your thoughts, which are holding you in your past or predicting an uncertain future. When you are grounded, you are fully present in your body. There is a deep wisdom that can be found there, the insights from your own life experiences, plus the wisdom of your ancestors who have walked before you. It's time to get rooted in nature and connect fully to your body to rediscover the strength that lies deep within you. Find a comfortable seat out in nature if possible and close your eyes. Notice the ground supporting you. Begin to deepen your breath, inhaling for 4 seconds and then exhaling for 4. Visualize roots growing down into the earth beneath you. Follow your awareness as it takes you deeper into the earth until you reach its very center. Repeat these words of affirmation. I am grounded and rooted in deep wisdom of my body. That couldn't have been better. I mean, explore fullness and get grounded. And a lot of people have that problem, but guess what? It's getting easier because people are seeing more, they're learning more. They're learning a lot about our old wisdom, and we need that again. So we got a 24, which is an 8. And it's inspiration hunt. And I got to think about this too. Do what you love and love what you do. What what have you always wanted to do that you thought would be impossible? Or do something you always wanted to do, like success or a party or an adventure or whatever it may be. It's your story. So, inspiration, the hunt. What lights you up? What makes you feel inspired and alive? Perhaps adventure, being in nature, meditating, socializing, art, cooking. The options are endless. The beauty of inspiration is that we can find it in many places. It is an individual explanation into the self. This card is guiding you to go on an inspiration hunt and have a day dedicated to getting inspired in as many ways as possible. When you look back over the past year, where did you find inspiration? What did you see that took your breath away? Who were the people and what were the conversations that ignited excitement in you? What did you read that changed you in some way? Remember that where you focus goes energy flow. So by dedicating time to look for inspiration, you will become more inspired. Grab your notebook and write a list of all the people, places, and things that have inspired you recently. Once you notice what lights you up, start planning your inspiration hunt. Where will you go and who will you go with? Will you go alone or with an inspiration companion? Plan a day that excites you. There is no right or wrong place to look for inspiration. The only rule is that you must try at least one new thing that intrigues you. At the end of the day, write down what inspired you the most and what inspiration feels like to you. So we got to find ourselves. We got to find the quirk that we want to let release. We've got to find that unique thing that we have that no one else has, because there is that one little surprise, that one little inspirational hunt, the exploration of fullness. Everything is just gonna swell up. I'm just gonna go like, wow, really? I didn't remember that, but holy, yeah. And we got a number 18, which is a 9. Emotions are energy in motion. Emotion is simply energy in motion. It is a feeling in the body that wants to move and be released. For example, sadness wants to move through the body by releasing tears and noise. But when we suppress that emotion, sadness is stored in the body and creates emotional or physical discomfort. Let your emotion move in order to release them through your body. We often resist feeling an emotion because we fear that we might get caught in it. However, the truth is that it is the resistance to feeling that emotion gets stuck. What we resist persists. Allow yourself to feel the full depth of emotion as it arises, giving you its space to be felt and released through the body. Stand with your feet hip width apart. Place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your belly and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, observing how the body feels. When you identify what emotion is present, break it down into sensations. Connect with all of the different sensations in your body. For example, tightness, tingling, discomfort, or even numbness. Once you have identified them, give your whole body a shake. At the same time, deepen your breath and realize some sound, the stranger, the better. Allow whatever sensation you were feeling to be released. That's telling me that there's a lot of emotion going on that needs to be released in this, and it's telling you at the end how to release that. My suggestion is to do some more meditating because something's keeping you kind of tied up. Now we got the Starseed Oracle, wanted to come out and play. This is going pretty good. I didn't know if it would be a great reading because I've got so much on my plate in my world and a lot of things come out in this reading. So I needed to do it. Coffee, relaxing. It's been raining here for a few days. We needed it. The Starseed Oracle wanted to come out and play it did. I remember soul plan, the fate, life versus the destiny of life. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny. Only through saying yes, the fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment when you're being called to make a decision to keep walking a perfectly laid out path before you or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. Star seeds, what are you being called to do? Surrender to your soul's plan. Everything is telling us it is our soul's plan. And we really need to pay attention to it because we got the Harris longing for home, homesick for the stars. Harris is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for a home or place to which we cannot return, the unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in star seeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to. A place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of interconnected oneness. This yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships, a journey to find somewhere they truly belong. If you resonate with the yearning for home, but don't really know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. You're being called to anchor all and of your presences, your personalities, your soul, and your spirit in the here and now, to fully commit to living the life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. How can you how can you comment more fully for your life? Uh Commitment, sorry. How can you commit more fully to your life? We really have to think about that because I mean, I remember in the longing for home, we are going to see some things that we remember. I remember a lot of water. I remember a lot of flying. I remember a lot of stuff like that. And I remember crystal. I remember a crystal place that was just surrounded in crystals, and there was like uh, a veil over it that you could see a little bit, but you weren't supposed to. It was like it was a dream I had, and you'll have all kinds of those. Write them down. Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. It is very important right now to get grounded. You're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and seed your light in your unique way. You've likely been incarnating on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long awaited shift in the planet's evolution. We're at a tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all its species is coming to a head. The more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you will be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll anchor on this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more the wisdom is seated there. You may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor the light, perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable. Yeah, we really need to ground ourselves. This is just, it's interesting how it's saying that because I remember that, I don't remember what day it is, but we're supposed to have like no gravity or something for 9 seconds or something like that. So I'm wondering if that has to do with the mission. You may be called to be in different places and different times to anchor the light. Yeah, you basically, it's saying you're an anchor. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become, and the less reactive humanity will be. You're here for a double mission to grow as an individual and as part of a larger collective that's bringing about a shift in frequencies. Trust that you can be in the world, but not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I acknowledge that I'm a star keeper. I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. I highly advise that because, yeah, that's a very good idea. Okay, the next card we got was the Golden Children. We know these are going to be the beautiful children that are going to be very, very smart coming up. Inner child, tenderness, innocent, rare gifts. Yeah, and we talked about the inner child. The mirror is looking at your soul through the mirror, and it's trying to identify with the gifts of the inner child. Golden children, children of the sun, are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on the planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and being answering the sharing it early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, and so if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as the new humans. If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning, to treat yourself or the new beings with sweet, tender love, to nurture and nourish it, to give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood, for encouraging to water it, to see the world through the innocence of a child, to see yourself and all others as innocent children, to remember that deep down everyone is trying their best. And if they're treated with a tenderness, a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. How can you treat yourself or others more tenderly? That's a nice thing to ask. I mean, if you look at them, they're all looking at the mirror and going forward. So they're all working on self. And the golden children are learning things. Okay, that was great. Now we've got the MapQuest Oracle and we've got the Oceanic Tarot that is going to clarify the, this is actually the reading. This was what we went through leading up to this on this is kind of what you need to look at in your world right now. And the first card that we got was a 12. It doesn't surprise me. A 2 and a 1 is a 3. It's a divine number, father, son, and mother. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember the old saying, slow and steady wins the race? This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you the greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. I think that's a great because, slow and steady is really hard for me and a lot of people I know because uh, patience is not a lot of people's virtue, and you really got to learn patience, I think. Now, what came out with the slow and steady was the Two of Swords. And swords can be, like it said before, crossroads. We are at a crossroads right now. Look again, take a fresh angle. Any action or decision is better than none. This is a great opportunity for a breakthrough in your thinking. See, the slow and steady would give you time to think too on the crossroads, to figure out which way you kind of want to go with this. And it doesn't surprise me. The next one come out was 46, which is a 10, just a one. It's the new beginning, coming apart. And that there's two masks and two people. One has the ribbon going over their eyes, and the other one has just the ribbon going. There's two possibilities. Actually, one outcome and two possibilities. Now is the time to take separate paths. The coming apart card is a sign to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Has a commitment been broken? Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is a perfect time to reassess your goals and values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that is not mutually beneficial? Separation, disillusion, and dispersion are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, don't chase the relationship out of a sense of fear. The price you'll pay will not be worth the prize. Separation brings good fortune. It's interesting that that come up in my world. Okay, now we got the magician, and that really doesn't surprise me. Manifestation. The time is now. Take action and you will find success. Yeah, they're coming apart, but it's gonna be a new world, a new time, a new being. And we need to start manifesting and writing our journey down because this is our journey. It's time to what's interesting about that is wait, where are we? Oops. Okay, this was supposed to be the Five of Wands. I knew we're going to be manifesting anyway. I mean, that's not a surprise that that come out, but that's not where it come out. And I need to go exactly where it come out. So it's the Five of Wands, and five, as we've been saying, is change. It's competition. It's and it is in any kind of couple, marriage, family, whatever it may be, the coming apart is a competition. That's how it starts to go. And then you gotta kind of walk away because it really is. Okay. Now we did get rock bottom. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. As difficult as it may be to accept, it seems that you've reached a point where you can go no further in the same manner in which you've been doing things. Perhaps you've hit a proverbial brick wall or experienced a deep sense of loss and don't know where to turn. The old way of doing things must be discarded fully in order to move onward and upward. A new direction and new strategy are called for. The only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are and admit that you have no idea what to do next. If you wait in that heartfelt moment of release, then a stairway will appear. Like magic, and all manner and synchronicities will show you the way to higher ground. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely. That is a very, very, very good ending of that part because we basically, a lot of us are at rock bottom in this world right now. It's just been so chaotic and out of control. And once the rock bottom, people realize the rock bottom, it's the fool, new beginnings. Look before you leap, and if you like what you see, dive in. So make sure the innocence, the departure, the risk, the new pathway discovery journeys start over. Make sure it's the right one for you and not doing it for somebody else because you'll never be happy again. We are going to really change because that's what we got. You know, when I started coming out of that, the tarots want to keep coming. So, you know, I always take stuff that wants to keep coming because the eight, which is unity, it's change. It's the eight of cups. Follow your heart and go forward. New beginnings, rock bottom, coming apart, competition. Look around. It's just right there looking at us because then with the change, we got the magician. See, I pulled it earlier. It's manifestation. And I think most of us, if you've ever been following me, we've been manifesting things and actually they've been pretty much coming true. The time is now. Take action and you will find success. Energy, creative, travel, money, support, new enterprises. We are all going on new journeys, new missions, new everything, new ways. And we have to be ready because number 17 is hope. Hmm, I got to take that. Okay, the star, number 17, key the card. Uh, creative dreams, intuition, healing, spiritual paths, rebirth, wishes. Your heart, respect your inner knowing. Trust that the universe will bring you whatever you need. But okay, there's one thing. Yes, she's in the stars and she's floating to the surface and everything seems like it's flowing so easy and it will. But there's going to be little rough patches and little turmoil, and we need to just take some deep breaths and try to ride through some of the turmoil because it's not going to last long. We've got a lot of things going on in this world that none of us can actually believe, nor do we want to believe. We're pinching ourselves, and it's like, what? I'm that. No, I wanted to come on and give you an energy reading because, like I said, I've been gone for so long on my own little story and journey, I guess. I guess I could say it that way. You know, like I always said, may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Like I always say, just be you.